How the heck do you use your Cronus Zen with your PlayStation 5 currently? We're gonna go over this and we're gonna show you how to unlock other controller features and that sort of thing using a Cronus Zen. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. You guys have seen a lot of videos recently using the Be-Savior U5 dongle to unlock your PlayStation 5 to use other controllers using mouse and keyboard, run macro scripts and all that using the Be-Savior U5. Now that has naturally led to a conversation about, Anton, can you use the Cronus Zen now using the Be-Savior U5 dongle? The short answer is actually no. Well, it's kind of yes, but it's really no. And I'm going to show you why in this video, because we are going to hook up the Cronus Zen. I'm going to show you exactly what you need for the bare minimum connection of the Cronus Zen. And we're going to talk about why or why not the Be-Savior U5 dongle might not be needed. Now, unfortunately, this journey starts with updating your Cronus Zen and changing some of the settings that you may have already set up on your Cronus Zen. So we're gonna jump onto the PC, we're gonna hook it up, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we're looking at. Now, the first thing you'll need is a mini USB cord. That's this one, and it's the one that plugs into the side of your Cronus Zen. We're not plugging into the back, we're plugging into the side. That is the updating port. So I'm gonna plug that in there, and then we're going to plug this in to my dongle here. So what we're gonna do is a search for Cronus Zen. We're gonna go to cronusmax.com. Once we get to the website, we're going to go to Zen Studio. Actually, let's go, Zen Studio downloads. And then we're looking for two things here. So we're looking for the Zen Studio and we're gonna look for the update tool. So the update tool's here. We're gonna say click here for the update tool. That's gonna download. And we're gonna download the latest version of the Zen Studio. Now I'm gonna be looking for download beta 46 Zen Studio. I don't know what's new with that. So we can see that the file's been downloaded here. I'm gonna say show in folder just so you guys can see what it is that we're looking at. We've got the CMD update tool and we've got Zen Studio. So I'm gonna just run the CMD update tool. Now it's looking for the device. Now we are going to use the micro USB and plug it in the back port. We're gonna plug this in just like that. So we've got it plugged in, but you're gonna wanna hold the blue button down here as you plug it in, or after you plug it in, it really doesn't matter, but you wanna hold it down until it says Zen Bootloader on there. Do you see where it says Zen Bootloader? That's what you're looking for. And then when it says Zen Bootloader, you're gonna see on here, it's gonna show your device. Now we're gonna click that and we want to update the software. Now, I am currently running, I'm running the current one, but you want to have the most latest version, and it's gonna be important that you have the latest version or this is not gonna work the way that we're doing it. So normally they say, update it, and you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll update it, maybe I won't, whatever. If you are not sure and you haven't updated it recently, probably you need to download this update and you need to install that. So we're gonna begin the update, it's gonna flash, and then when it's done, we'll jump into the other software. There we go, it's done. It is now rebooted and it is now time to close this. We don't need to do the updater. Now we wanna run Zen Studio. So I'm gonna run Zen Studio. This is beta 46 and just run the latest one, okay? Once the Zen Studio is open, you're gonna plug your cable into the side just like this. Now in my case, I was trying to use this USB hub here, but it wasn't working. So I need to plug it in to the top USB on my PC, and then that immediately makes the software say, okay, here we see a Zen, fix my tag here, and it says what my firmware version is right there, and this is now my Zen device. Now, you want to go to the device settings, and there's a couple key things that you're gonna change. Usually, you had enable PS4 speciality for PlayStation 5 console. You want to make sure that is not checked. So in this case, it's off. So this is what it looks like on. Now I gotta wait for a minute and we'll uncheck it. Then it's gonna reboot the Zen to make sure, because normally you're not gonna do this. If it's unchecked, just leave it unchecked. I was just trying to show you guys. So here it is. It is unchecked. It is unchecked for PS Remote Play, and this is set to auto. Don't change that. Remote slot change, you can turn that on if you want. I don't have that on. partly because I don't actually use the Cronus Zen. I just like the tech, and I show you guys how to use that tech. You can play with anything else. Open device monitor with build and run, unload script when closing device monitor. Those don't really matter, but if you leave it set up exactly how you see it, then we are ready to move on. Now, you can go to Programmer. I've got some scripts that I've loaded in here to test the settings with, just to prove that it works. So we're gonna load up a game of Call of Duty with the Zen running, and then let's see what happens. So that's it. We are now ready to switch over to our PlayStation 5. So we'll turn this on. We'll close that. We'll unplug this while it's booting up. Now, as this boots up, you're gonna be so amazed at how simple this is. The first thing you need is a USB-C cord that is a actual data transfer USB cord. We've tested this cord. We know that it is a data cord. So we're gonna plug it into the left side of the Cronus Zen, and then we're gonna plug it into our PlayStation 5 controller. The controller should be off already, so you shouldn't have any controller connected. It should be just off, just like that, just like that. Then we're gonna use our micro USB cord. We're gonna plug it into the back of the Cronus Zen. So we only have 2 cords plugged into the Cronus Zen. We have one on the top, that's this white one that is gonna plug into the PlayStation 5, and one on the side, it's a USB-C cord that plugs into the controller. So we're gonna go like that. Then we'll plug that in just like that. The Cronus Zen will boot up, and then the controller will turn on, and you'll see the same USB connection. This controller is now working through the Cronus Zen. Now you're gonna ask, well, how do you know that it's going through the Cronus Zen? Well, we can go, what game do we want to play? Let's go to Call of Duty, okay? Now I'm gonna load a multiplayer match because I don't need to try and run scripts like an offline multiplayer map. So we'll get booted in and then I'll come back. Here we go. All the hacks are turned on. We've got aim assist on. We've got jump shot on. So when I find somebody, well, I don't even have to find somebody. When I start shooting, all I'm gonna do is ADS. I don't even need the ADS. All I do is pull the trigger, and you can see I'm jumping. I've also got some sort of recoil control on. It's hard to see that it's on because of jump shot being on. So let me try and turn jump shot off. So there you can see jump shot's off. It's a rapid fire kind of recoil control. It's not fine-tuned because this is just a factory aim assist setting. This one's called Poseidon V2. Is it any good? I don't know, because I don't use it. I don't know. Look at that, I can still lose when I'm cheating. But there you have it. It is working. Now, the question you're gonna have is, does it time out? Because in the old days, if you played for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, it would just automatically time out. You'd be constantly unplugging and plugging it back in. The answer is no. It doesn't time out. You can use this configuration forever and it won't time out. The next thing you're gonna ask me is, can you connect a Bluetooth controller and play wirelessly? The short answer to that is, actually I don't know, I've never tried it. So I have another PlayStation 5 controller here. So we're gonna put my PlayStation controller into pair mode. We're just gonna hold down the share button and the PS button until it's blinking. And then I'm gonna push the pair button on the Zen. Haha, look at that. So it has paired with the Zen, and now we are using Zen wirelessly. Whoa. What pack am I running? Let me go back to Poseidon. Why is it? Oh, I don't like that. I changed one of the settings on here. So it doesn't make you a better COD player. Those of you who are watching this saying, holy crap, why are you letting people see how to cheat on a game? I just lost to a bot. Hopefully that was a bot, hopefully. Now, in theory, I should be able to pair any other Bluetooth controller I want to the Cronus Zen using the same method that you just saw. So if you've got an Xbox controller and you'd rather use that, as long as you now have the PlayStation 5 controller license key, you can do this bare bones simple connection setup. In my case, I have a controller that has drift on the analog stick, so I just stick this right here and just leave it there and I don't have to worry about it. And then I can use this wirelessly to control the PlayStation through the Zen over to there. So I have full ability to adjust, you can see, I think you can see, to adjust my profiles through the Cronus Zen with this controller. Now back to the U5 dongle. You said, well, do I need the U5 dongle? The short answer is right now, actually, no. You don't need the U5 dongle. You don't need the old B Savior with the backpack that unlocked the Cronus Zen before. Now you're asking yourself, well, why is that? How can that be? Well, it turns out whatever method the B Savior team is using to use the U5 dongle to bypass the checks that Sony does to see if a controller is a legit PlayStation 5 controller. Whatever they're doing, the B Savior team is doing it with this dongle, and the Cronus team is doing the exact same thing with the Cronus Zen. So there's no need to duplicate those efforts. All you're doing is introducing lag by using this versus this and this, if that makes sense. So the big question you're going to ask is, well, can it be patched? And the easy answer is, yeah, probably. If Sony figures out how they're doing this connection and pairing process to make this work, then yes, it can be hacked. Or not hacked, it can be patched. But currently there's no evidence to suggest that Sony really cares that much about locking down games from cheat devices. They don't care as long as they get the money. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. Call of Duty, Activision, and Microsoft, now that they own Activision, they can stop this if they wanted to. They don't seem to want to right now. So because of that, this method works. It still works. It will work for a little while at least. And the beauty of the Cronus Zen is it's always updatable. So when they find another way, they'll update it and it'll work. In the case of the B Savior, it is also updatable. So any method that the Cronus can use, the B Savior can also use, because they use the same technology to allow you to use the controller. The big advantage of going with the Cronus Zen is it does still support Bluetooth connectivity, so you can wirelessly use your controller through the Cronus Zen. So even if you don't want to use any hacks at all with the Zen, you can still just connect your wireless Bluetooth controller. If you want a cheaper option, this B Savior U5 is way, way cheaper. Put a link in the description to both devices. The big downside to this is it does not enable cheating. So it'll let you use, like this, your PXN Bluetooth controller for your Switch and your Xbox and your PC. Well, you can use it on your PS5 now using a B Savior U5 wired. Or you can use this with your Cronus Zen wirelessly if that's what you want to do. But much, much cheaper for this, as long as you're willing to put up with a wired connection. We've got tons of videos showing you how to use this, how to set it up, and how to update it and all that. And the people just were asking for a video about Cronus Zen, so here it is for you guys. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.